Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 851 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today we're going to talk about the extremely powerful copywriting technique called the reason why technique. This is, of course, part of my series starting at episode 836 on copywriting techniques. Each episode's fairly short, but if you put these things into action, you are going to sell way more than you're selling now. So it's copywriting901.com if you'd like to get the whole course. And also, just want to remind you about episode 849, Brian Ritchie. I stuck it in because it was such an important topic on ergonomics, so you don't hurt yourself or hurt your health while doing all this work on a computer. That was episode 849. Of course, anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com/ and then the episode number. The copywriting starting at 836. All right, and if you like our training episodes, we're pushing 500 of them on these specific topics. Check out screwthecommute.com/training. And of course, we want you to pick up a copy of our automation ebook at screwthecommute.com/automate free. And my mentor program, if you want everything, and you want the trip to the retreat center and the scholarship to my school and one-on-one training, hold your hand to build your business or improve your business, check out my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. All right, let's talk about the reason why technique. Listen, you are surrounded by this every day. You couldn't escape it if you were a monk on a mountaintop. This is one of the most powerful techniques of copywriting. Now, first, let me give you some bigger picture stuff. People love sales. Get that through your head. People love sales. You probably love it when you see something you want that's on sale. It makes you want to go ahead and buy it while it's on sale. You may have coveted it for a long time, but you just couldn't pull the trigger when it was full price. But when that sale hit, it was enough to push you over the edge to purchase. So that's the big picture. People love sales. So if you want to get a burst of income, have a sale. Here's the problem. If you just out of nowhere have a sale without telling people why you're having a sale, the original full purchase price doesn't look real. And people start to be suspect that the supposed sale price really should be the retail price. They caught a bunch of people this past Christmas, marking stuff up double and then selling at half price. That they accidentally got caught with the original price ticket behind the scenes. So they doubled the price and then said a half price sale, and that was the original price to start with. So there's scumbags out there that do this. But anyway, people love a sale. But if you do that kind of stuff, or you just have a sale out of nowhere to get rid of stuff, people start to doubt you, and they're less likely to purchase. This is called the concept of price or fee credibility. For instance, when I did corporate speaking, my fee was $20,000. If I told the meeting planner this and they said, well, we only have $1,500, and I said, I'll take it. All right. They would immediately know the 20,000 figure was a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Now, if I said something like, well, that's well below my fee, but if you bought a copy of my course for each attendee, or if I'm allowed to sell at the back of the room, I think we can come to some kind of agreement. See, the reason why was, hey, that's below my fee, but I will discount it if you let me do this to make up the difference. Okay, so now we know that it behooves you to have a sale because people are more likely to pull their wallet out. So what's the reason why stuff all about? Well, we are going to tell people why we are having a sale. And here's the power of this, even if your reason is really lame, okay? So here's some reasons you could have a sale. Pre-publication sale, if you're writing a book or something. Well, what's the reason? We got to pay the printer for our new book. You could have an anniversary sale. You could have a we're overstocked and need room in the warehouse sale. And I got to tell you, I've lived in Virginia Beach for, I don't know, 22 years now. Every single weekend, Haynes Furniture has some kind of reason to have a sale. Like, well, we ordered too many couches. We lost our lease on this warehouse. Or our purchasing manager accidentally ordered 400 recliners instead of 40. you know, every single weekend for 24 years, they've had some excuse or some reason to have a sale on the weekends. So no matter how lame the excuse, even, this works like a charm. And to illustrate this, there's a guy named Robert Cialdini, Cialdini, and he's got a famous book called Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. People like me have read it 7 times. I mean, it's everybody in my field knows about this book. But he told the story of an experiment he did in a busy college library where there was always a line at the copy machine. And so he had his researcher go up to the front of the line, it looked like a student, and say, hey, I need to cut the line because I have a test in a few hours or something like that. Very high percentage of people said, hey, go ahead, no problem. Then he had the researcher go back and a different bunch of people and cut the line and say, hey, I need to cut the line because, and he told the researcher, don't say anything after the word because. Still, 65-70% of the people let her cut the line, or let him, I don't know which researcher it was. The word because was enough to imply that there was a reason that never was even stated and got high people letting them. And then they had the researcher go back and say, I got to cut the line. And people were like bitching at him and like, no, get the back of the line like everybody else. See? Very, very powerful thing. So just implying that there's a reason got big results. And some other examples, we're moving. A charity needs our help. We need floor space. Just all kinds of those things are the reason why that you're doing a discount. And it makes it more credible. Now, this brings up another big picture aspect of the reason why technique and sales in general. Hold your ears on this one. People are greedy bastards. Okay, people are greedy bastards. See, when the purchaser believes you're stuck and really need them, they expect big discounts and they'll take advantage of you. And I've got to tell you about one of my early mentors, which really hits home the point about being greedy. This guy had a $97 product and he was putting it on sale for half price, and he purposely listed it as $39.95. Well, for all of you math wizards out there, half of 97 is $48.50. Even some of his best customers went ahead and bought it at $39.95, and only after they purchased did they contact him and say, hey, John, you got the wrong price listed, knowing he would honor the $39.95 price since they were good customers, right? He had planned the entire deal all along and sold out really fast. So people are greedy bastards. Now, there are exceptions to when you need to use the reason why. That's when everybody on earth is already expecting a sale, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, President's Day, 4th of July, after Christmas. Think of anything you can think of, Veterans Day, all of these. You don't have to have a reason why to have a sale. So go ahead and test this out. Come up with a reason to have a sale, and I think you're going to be happy with the results. And another example from my original mentor, Corey Rudel, and he did it, but he would never admit it. And I'm not suggesting you do this, but he had a scratch and dent sale on his famous internet marketing course that started me out in this field 30-some years ago. He claimed these were returns and damaged binders that he couldn't sell as new. I heard from lots of people that they all came perfectly pristine, no damage, and the original shrink wrapping. So I'm not endorsing this kind of activity because I think he lied to the people about the scratch and dent. I'm just trying to show you the power of the reason why. So let me know what reasons you come up with to have a sale. And, on my website, Screw the Commute, you can go to a little blue thing that says leave a voicemail, and you can click on it. It's a little blue widget, and you can tell me stuff up to 3 minutes, I think, and tell me what you like about the podcast, too, and we can edit that into a future episode. But copywriting901.com will give you this whole schmear for only $297, and I think you've heard me on these things say I paid $4,500 for just one headline course. And that's one of 31 elements where you're going to learn about in Copywriting 901 that go into sales letters. Can mean millions of sales for you. And of course, if you want the whole schmear, everything's included, including trip to retreat center, the scholarship you can either gift to somebody that you like for my school, one-on-one training from myself and my entire staff, then that's the mentor program. Great Internet Marketing Training.com. And we will catch you on the next episode. And don't forget, the Screw the Commute Yearly Summit is coming up very soon. Watch for it. See you later.